that logic. So, moving on to the next thing we talked about was value. So we're building on the foundation, right? Truth, what we believe, what is fact, right? What is nonfiction, right? What is not, what is reality and what's the actuality. So when you understand those things, you start building on it. And then you start learning about value. And this is how I lay it on. Value is what? Anybody? Huh? Worth? Anything else? Value? Over here on this side? Value is importance or worth. It's kind of fundamental, but it's really deep when you think about it. When we start looking at words and we start applying them and we look at in the context of ourselves, value starts to mean something to us, right? If I said, how do you value yourself? What do you value yourself as? There are people in the world who value a baby in the womb differently, right? Would you agree? They value the life in a woman's, abdomen and her stomach differently. Some people believe it's not worth much, and others believe it's sacred. It's a gift. There's these different beliefs on value, but it's very important that we're alive. We have a conscience, and we can think these things so that we understand our value. And this is our value. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in Him should not perish but have everlasting life. Where is the value in there? How, if He so loved the world, what did He do to prove that value? He gave His only Son. So, I said this in the service, in the last lesson when we talked about value, is that don't let the devil, don't let anybody tell you you're no good, that you'll never amount to anything. Because you know what? God, if you continue reading in the Bible, He'll start saying things like, hey, I go to prepare a place for you, that where I am, you may be also. And a lot of times we can't figure that out, because it's like, where is this place? I've never seen it. And it's so profound, is that's what faith is all about. That is what faith is all about. You're not supposed to see it, right? Your hope is to see it. But He says this, if it were not so, I would not have told you. So if you trust Jesus and you have faith, you have to know that He means what He says. So anyway, what He's saying here is that you have value. So we talked about that, and we talked about this, is that in Genesis, so God created man in His own image. That's how valuable you are. You are in the image of God. If I copy somebody, let's say somebody does a work of art, or I do a work of art, I make a song, somebody makes a song and I copy the song. What is that? Remember that term?